Hi guys, it's ALCHEMY. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Today I'm here to talk to you about one of my favourite fragrances by Lush, and it's called SAPPHO. The main reason I haven't reviewed this sooner, because it did come out a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 maybe, was because upon its initial release it was part of a collection called the Florence Exclusives, and they were made solely for a perfume shop that opened in Florence by Lush, for Lush, solely about Lush perfumes. If you're from Florence, go check out that shop. I think it still exists. Anyway, it seems that it's become a permanent fixture on the Lush website, at least on the UK one, and that's why I want to review it now. So yeah, that's why I'm here. I've had my 30ml for quite some time. It's nearly gone, so it's time to review it. So this perfume was made by Emma Dick. She made 5 or 6 perfumes for the Florence Exclusives, many of which are now on the UK website, and I will say this is in the top tier of price when it comes to Lush perfumes. It's £150. Eek! Sorry about that. Why am I saying sorry? I didn't price it. Anyway, as I said, it's great. It's one of my favourite Lush perfumes, so I want to talk about it. It is called SAPPHO, and if you don't know what SAPPHO is, or should I say who SAPPHO is, she is considered one of the greatest poets or poetesses from antiquity, from Greece. She lived on the island of Lesbos, and she's very prolific. Apparently her poems were meant to be sung with the accompaniment of a lyre instrument. Or is it lute? I can't remember. Anyway, when I read that, I just thought, well, then isn't she a songwriter? I don't know. I'm not a historian. An historian. That's who she is. A lot of her songs were written about the female form. There were rumours going around that she was A, very promiscuous, and B, a lesbian. So yay for you, SAPPHO. Go on with your bad self. Okay. So what are the notes of this perfume? This is the first time I've seen Lush use orris root in such a big amount. There is orris in here, there is tobacco, there is jasmine, there's vanilla, and there is sandalwood as well. Let me tell you how it smells. My 30ml is nearly gone. I'm gonna miss you, but it's okay. We've become acquainted, we're fine. What strikes me the most about this perfume is how it treads the line of modern and vintage right at the same time. So cool. So this is really all about orris root, and the orris root in here gives that throwback feeling, which is why I say it smells vintage. It does cast you back to something from a different time. I wouldn't say this is a lipstick orris, or iris, shall we say, for review purposes. It's not a lipstick iris, because the way this iris has been placed with tobacco and vanilla, and especially Lush's jasmine note. If you're a Lush fan and you know their perfume Lust, you will know that the jasmine they use is one of the most bombastic. It's one of the most crazy, luscious, big, and downright obnoxious jasmine notes I've ever smelled in a perfume, and it's in here. It's in here with iris, and it's in here with tobacco. It almost verges on Animalic, this one. I mean, there is a lot of stuff that comes out of it. At once, it's very smooth. The orris is the smooth, powdery type orris, but it's really high-pitched, and it's really thick and almost gloopy. Added together with this almost, I always call Lush's jasmine vampiric. It's almost like a vampire jasmine. It's like red lipstick jasmine. I'm wearing jasmine and no one's going to say anything about it. Paired together with that, and then the woody, almost smokiness of tobacco, it creates this vintage but modern feeling that also has touches of smoke. And the jasmine in it I need to talk about a little bit more, because you can definitely feel it in here, but never does the fragrance feel floral to me. It leans way more to the iris, but this is like a huge, dark, sexed up, almost smoky iris with lots of tobacco, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Wow. I mentioned Animalic before, and I don't know where that comes from. That is one of the surprising elements of this perfume, but if you smell it, it's almost like it could have quite a big amount of musk, and a dark musk in there, like an animalic kind of musk, mingled in with this kind of leathery suede iris with woodiness and smoke. It's very, very cool. I've enjoyed this every time I've worn it, which has been a lot, as you can see from this. That's what I mean to say. The orris root in here. Orris can go many ways, right? It can be kind of light and ethereal sometimes if it's used in a small amount, but usually when it's in something, you know it's there. And if you don't know, orris is what lipstick used to be scented with. So it's got this vintagey lipstick feeling, but it almost pushes orris to the darker side where it almost goes to this leather type thing. And orris can give a suede, but this one is giving me somewhere in the middle of a dark leather and then a dark suede. That's where it is on the scale. Around about 3 hours in, maybe 2 sometimes, depending on how much I've sprayed, that's when we get vanilla. Vanilla comes to play a lot and the whole thing sweetens up quite a bit. It's unfortunate for me because vanilla amps on me quite a lot and I kind of like the darker side of it from the beginning parts. But really when the vanilla comes into play, it just blankets everything and you do lose a bit of this smoke. You do lose a bit of this, I say it's like incense smoke, but burning off in the distance. It's not too close. It's not an obvious incense smoke. That's what I get from it. I don't think I've heard anyone else say that they get incense smoke from this perfume, but I do. My Instagram post about it, I put it next to an incense stick and did a short video of that. God, that was a while ago. Anyway, you have a lot of elements here: leather, iris, jasmine darkness, and lots of tobacco, and then you get vanilla. And it's a shame that it loses a lot of its character when the vanilla comes, but it does end up being a smooth, orrisy vanilla which lingers around for a very long time. I mean, I can smell this at least 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours on my skin when I wear it. So on fabric even more, but that's kind of I guess a general rule when it comes to perfume, right? But yeah, overall it's a great one. It's definitely in my top 3 from Lush ever, and yes, it's pricey, but they haven't made a fragrance like this before. They've definitely never used orris in this way before, or even tobacco, I don't think. So great one, and I'm glad to have owned it. I say that in the past tense because I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna say goodbye to it and move on to something else. Anyway guys, hope you like this video. I'm ALCHEMY, trying to make the world smell better, one video at a time. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.